pushed the car out for the first time in natural light, and the paint looks amazing. The letters look amazing. The car is striking. Goes back to the vision I painted in my head when I started this car. It was always going to say Stromberg right there. My number was always going to be on it, and my name was going to be on the hood. The only thing I added was I wanted to put sidewinders on the car because I've been a sidewinder for 10 years now. This car will always look like this in this form. I don't have any desire to put more stuff on the car. It's always going to look like this. We got to get loaded up and get on the road. We're already about, I don't know, 5 hours later than we wanted to leave. It's mid-afternoon now, and we got a long drive, so.
Hey, let's go to Bonneville.
Let's go to Bonneville. Fuck yeah.
Bonneville! Bonneville!
On the last leg from Salt Lake to Bonneville, we're driving and we're almost there. Cash, Piero, and Harrison hadn't been to Bonneville yet. This is all their first time, so it was pretty exciting for me to be able to bring them to the Salt and let them experience it for themselves. As we're about 30 miles outside of Bonneville, outside of the Salt Flats, we start getting some sprinkling and some rain, some big clouds, thunder clouds up ahead, and it was a little menacing. So we continue driving on, and then all of a sudden the rain starts coming down really hard. All I could think was, they're going to close the Salt. We can't go to the Salt. We've been traveling. We just wanted to get there. I wanted these guys to experience it. There was a lot of excitement to get there. We don't know what's going to happen with this big monsoon that we're going through. As we get inch closer and closer to Bonneville, I make the decision to just go to the hotel because I know they're going to close the Salt. We can see out there a little glistening, and it looks like it's just full of water. So we do. We just go straight to the hotel and figure we'll get to the Salt in the morning, see what happens. So we're just getting on the Salt, and it's really wet. Don't really know what to think. We got to find a pit area, get the car unloaded. Don't know what the status of racing is. Just kind of on hold to see what happens here. We find a spot to pit, and we get the car unloaded. for me, when the car came off the trailer ramps, that was the moment where I achieved the goal of getting the car done and to Bonneville. It was a pretty good feeling. We finally made it out here after a lot of 12-hour, 15-hour days, and pure delirium, not being able to think straight. We got here, and we're on the salt, and for me, this is it. This is the 15-year dream that we made it to. The meat's kind of on hold right now because a big storm ran through yesterday, and the salt's pretty wet. So we don't really know what's going on. We heard Sunday racing wasn't going to start till, and today we heard Monday. So they got to wait for it to dry out, and we'll see what happens. So we're just kind of waiting around, kicking back. We're going to relax and enjoy the car and have a couple beers.
Fucking crazy.
So I brought my son Cash this year. He's 13 years old. It's his first race meet, and I wanted to bring him to experience this and to understand and get to see that you know what the accomplishment is and the achievement of being able to finish a project and come out here and see the way people respond to the car. You know, this is a unique car in a lot of ways. I want him to experience all that. I want him to see what it's like, and hopefully he can get it under his skin to get a bug, you know, and want to be part of this. And if he doesn't, that's okay too, but you know, I want him to experience it. So I'm gonna drag him out here and we're gonna have some fun and see how it goes. This 50s style of build doesn't happen very often anymore for race cars here in land speed racing. There are some cars out there still, of course, but it's just not. It's a very unique car, and it's getting a really awesome response. A lot of people are loving it, and it looks really good here on the salt, and it was pretty satisfying to roll it out on the salt. So Clive totally hooked us up, and couldn't be more happy. So much to the fact that I told Clive I was going to paint his name on the car because I'm proud to have him as a friend and as a sponsor. In the last 3 or 4 months, Harrison, Piero, and Tim Sutton and Jay came by a lot. Some guys more than others. They helped out when they could. They kicked ass, and they took over when I couldn't be in the shop for a week, and they helped me get it done. This car would not be here on the salt this year if it wasn't for the help of my friends, and some really long hours and some really, there was a lot of tomorrows. It's tomorrow already, it's tomorrow already, and we're quite delirious. Part of the best part is sitting around watching other guys walk up to the car, take pictures, and appreciate it. Like, that's the satisfaction you get out of building any car, to see other people appreciate what you do. It really matters, and it might not seem like it to a lot of people, but it means everything in the world. That's what keeps a lot of car builders going, because you know, you build a car for somebody and it goes away, and that's it. But when you build a car like this for yourself, it's not going away. It's staying here, and all of my friends get to sit back and enjoy our hard work for a long time to come, because this car is going to be out here on the salt as much as possible every year. If I can afford to do World of Speed 2, we will. We'll come out and we'll throw it down, see what happens. My record in this class is a 156 record I'm going to go after. We'll see how we do. See how close we can get. If not, break a record and get a trophy. That'd be pretty awesome. As fate would have it, the storm kept us from running the car in Bonneville. The conditions were pretty poor, and by the time the racing started back up, we had to get back home. Mother Nature can sometimes throw a curveball, but I met my goal, I got the car finished and on the salt. We'll be back next year to chase that record.
See you later, bro. Have fun in Bonneville. See you later. Get in, dude. No, come on, get in. Seriously. We won't do anything. Get in. No, he's trying. Come on, you got it. You got it. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yes, I did. He's so bad. He's so bad.